17, chasing fireflies in June. You wore that smile that lit up every room. You said my name like it was made to be sung. And in that moment, my whole life had just begun. We danced beneath a radio sky. Your hands were warm, your heart was shy. We didn't speak much, but we felt it all. And I believed love would never fall. But echoes stay when voices fade. I still hear you in the songs we played. You were thunder, soft and wide. I was rain you couldn't hide. It was sweet, it was right. It was too soon to say goodbye. Now I just live where memories lie, in the echoes of our first goodbye. Your leather coat still hangs in my dreams. Your touch was tender, torn at the seams. We carved forever in a passing breeze. And I broke a little when you had to leave. You promised nothing, but gave me all. A kiss that burned like the early fall. We held the night like it held us too. But morning came and you were through. Years go on, but hearts don't age. Your voice still walks across this stage. I loved you once and always will. And in the silence you love me still. But echoes stay when voices fade. Your name still haunts the notes I play. You were thunder, I was light. We were wrong but felt so right. It was golden, it was true. It was young and it was you. Now I breathe where we once cried, in the echoes of our first goodbye. I wore my heart like Sunday lace. You found me in that quiet place. Your voice was low, a velvet flame. You spoke my name, and I never felt the same. We slow danced through the summer haze, hands like jazz. between songs where nothing hurt and nothing felt wrong. But after rain and life moves fast, still I keep you in the sound that lasts. You were thunder, I was rain. Now only silence speaks your name. We were wild, we were stars in a world that once was ours. You played old records, smoke slow dreams, kissed me like a movie scene. You said first love never dies, then vanished in a sea of goodbyes. I trace your echo on my skin, the part of me that won't begin without your hand, without your light. I still waltz with you every night. Now I sing where you once stood, in every note I feel you good. Time won't heal what never fades, but I'd still choose those golden days. You were mine in a breath, in a chord, in the hush before the closing door. And though I still remember that summer rain. You stood there smiling like you knew my name. The jukebox played a lonely tune, and just like that, my heart was in bloom. You held my hand like it was glass, so afraid this love would never last. But in your arms, time moved so slow, and I believed you'd never let me go. But love that lingered never stays. It slips through hearts and drifts away. You were sweet and you were true, the kind of love that scars me blue. I still hear your voice at night, soft as the stars fading out of sight. You were mine in borrowed days. Now I walk through your old haze. You lit a cigarette with trembling hands, told me stories I'd never understand. Your kiss was wine, your touch was fire, and every glance pulled me higher. I gave you all I had to give. In that small town dream we tried to live, but youth is cruel and time don't bend. We wrote a song that couldn't end. Now I dance with shadows in my room to a love that bloomed too soon. If I could go back, I wouldn't change. Not the joy, not the pain, 'cause love that lingered left a flame, still burning burns inside when I hear your name. You were sweet and you were mine, a fleeting dream trapped in time. And though you're gone, I won't erase the way you looked in that old place. You're the ghost in every phrase of the love that still stays. The jukebox played a lonesome song. You walked in slow, like you belonged. With every glance, I lost my ground. The world stood still, without a sound. You called me darling, soft and low, and I believed what I didn't know. Your touch was sweet, your eyes were kind, and I gave you my heart that night. Back when I was yours, the sky was blue. Time was ours and love was new. You held me close like I was flame. Now all I hold is your name. A dream I fell into, and though it's gone, it still endures. That time, back when I was yours. We danced beneath the neon lights. Your breath was warm against the night. You promised me you'd always stay, but promises drift, they slip away. I kept the scarf you left behind. It still smells like your cologne sometimes. And when it rains, I hear our song. It plays like you're not really gone. I don't regret the way it burned. First love is how the heart first learns. And though we couldn't make it last, I'd live it all laughter danced like cigarette smoke. Your touch was trembling, soft but spoke of promises neither of us could keep. Still I held you close, too deep to sleep. When you first said my name, I knew I'd never be the same. You lit a fire, then walked away, but part of me still stays. You were thunder, I was rain. We were music made of pain. I loved you more than I could claim. When you first said my name, we stole our nights in backseat blues. Your leather jacket, my Sunday shoes. The stars above, the world stood still. Your breath alone was enough to thrill. We never planned, we never prayed, but I remember every word we never said. You kissed like time had lost its fight, and I still taste that summer night. Now every song I sing feels bare without your shadow standing there. I'd break my heart to feel it again, that moment you first let me in. When you first said my name, it echoed like a love-struck flame. Still burns where silence took its claim in the corners of my frame. You were thunder, I was rain. We were joy and we were blame. And I will never be the same. You walked in like a melody, soft and slow, and all eyes on me. Said my name like a prayer half spilled, and I forgot how to breathe, how to feel. The night was young, the lights were low. I felt your hand, and time let go. Every step like a sacred vow. I didn't know forever was now, but even now it still feels like you. In every song, in every you. You were fire I never knew, till the ashes turned to truth. We were more 'cause even now it still feels like you. Your records spin in an empty room. I dance alone beneath the moon. You left your coat and your favorite tune, and both still hold the scent of June. The world moved on, but I remain stuck in the echo of your name. First love fades, they always say, but you still play in yesterday. I don't regret the nights we cried. Your love was deep and so was mine. You were the song I couldn't sing, but I'd still sing you all the same. You're the shadow in my blues, yes, even now. You walked in like a whispered tune, eyes like shadows neath a southern moon. Said my name with a velvet sound, and suddenly the world slowed down. We danced in smoke, we danced in flame. I never asked, you never gave your name, but I knew love right from the start. You were the first to break my heart. You were fire, I was rain, drawn together by the aching flame. Sweet like sin, soft like wine. We held the night, we stole the time. But love that burns don't always stay. It fades like jazz at break of day. Still in the dark, I fall apart. You were the first to break my heart. Your cologne still haunts my clothes. Your songs still hum when the record slows. Your name's a note I cannot play, but I still hear it every day. You touched me once and left a bruise, a purple kind of love I couldn't lose. And though we tore that dream apart, you're still the first to break my heart. Some say first love always fades, but darling, yours has never aged. I'd take the hurt, the fall, the flame, just to hear you say my name. You were fire, I was rain, a bittersweet forgotten name. The night still sighs in shades of blue, and every song still sings of you. Though time has passed, I'll play the part of the girl who lost her spark, still torn apart. the jukebox paused against my will. Your voice so low, like a lullaby. I didn't know it was goodbye. You smiled and lit that cigarette, the kind of smile I can't forget. And in your arms the night would glow. But it all began with that first hello. That first hello still rings in me, like vinyl worn in minor key. You were sweet and I was new, in that old cafe with fading blue. Love came fast and left too slow, but I still feel that first hello. Your hands were warm, your coat was gray. I still wear dreams you took away. You never said what love would cost, but I was yours before we lost. Now all I keep is songs and light that echo through my soul at night. And every chord I softly play still whispers back to yesterday. We were young, but we felt old. In every kiss, a story told. If I could go back just to know, I'd fall again for love alone. That first hello, it haunts me still. The silence now, the ache, the chill. You were fire and I was rain, but I still take it all again. Though years may pass and lovers go, my heart won't lose that first hello. I saw you standing in the amber light, your shadow long, your smile polite. No words were said, but hearts can claim I loved you then, before I knew your name. You moved so slow, like time before I knew your name. I saw you through a cloud of smoke. Your laughter soft, your collar soaked. The jukebox played a song I knew, but suddenly it sounded new. You leaned in close, your voice was low, and time began to move so slow. My hands were cold, my breath unsteady, but love had come and I was ready. When I first fell, I didn't see the price that love would take from me. It tasted sweet, it burned like wine, and left a stain across my mind. You were my sky, my summer spell. The night was young when I first fell. Your jacket brushed my trembling skin. You smiled like I was more than sin. We danced in silence, heart to heart, but sweet beginnings fall apart. I still remember how you kissed, a goodbye I never could resist. And though you left without a trace, your echo lives in every place. If I could go where we began, back to that bar, back to your hand, I'd do it all. The joy, the ache, for one more night I couldn't fake. When I first fell, I felt it all. The thrill, the spark, the doom, free fall. You lit the dark, then walked away, but I still miss you every day. You were my dawn, my carousel, and I still ache for when I first fell. Light brushed, snare whispers, Hammond oaring breathes softly beneath a muted horn line, answers gently. You were standing by the window frame, cigarette glowing, whisper in my name. The clock had stopped, or so it seemed, and I was caught inside a dream. Your voice was velvet, low and blue. You said hello, and I just knew that something sweet was taking flight inside the echo of that night. You were the song I couldn't write, a spark that flickered into light. Your kiss was fire, your touch was wine. I gave you all I caught. the echo of that night. We didn't speak of love or past, we just held on like time would last. But morning came as soft goodbyes. You left before I opened my eyes. Now every record pulls me back to dance in shadows, faded tracks. I trace your name in candlelight, still chasing echoes of that night. If I could hold one breath again, it'd be that moment you walked in. No need for vows or foolish lines, just your hand slowly touching mine. You were the song I couldn't write, a flame that burned beyond the night. And though we vanished with the dawn, the ache of you still lingers on. My heart still plays you soft and right, a fading echo of that night. You walked in with the midnight rain, eyes like echoes calling my name. The jukebox sighed an old refrain, a sound that never felt the same. Your hand found mine unsure, the stars, like the night that once was ours.
Introduces melody. Upright bass joins with smooth warmth. Brushed snare taps in behind. Hammond organ hums faintly. A soft horn lingers on a long note. You walked in just like a breeze. Soft perfume, a sway with ease. Your eyes held stories left unsaid, and in that glance my reason fled. You touched my hand, the room went still. My heart forgot its steady will. No promises, no plans, no lies. Just something blooming in your eyes. You were my first, my sweetest wrong, a fleeting flame that burned too long. Though time has pulled our hands apart, your voice still lives inside my heart. I try to move, I try to be strong, but you're still in my song. The nights we shared were barely real, but left behind a fire I feel. Your laughter danced like summer rain, but left me cold with quiet pain. I sing alone in smoky bars, but you're the echo in my bars. The chords still tremble where you stood. You haunt me deeper than you should. If I could hold you one more night, I'd freeze the moon and stop the light. I'd say the things I couldn't then, before love turned from now to when. You were my first, my sweetest wrong, the line between weak and strong. And though the dawn has moved us on, you're still the ache that lingers on. I hum your name when lights feel gone. Yes, you're still in my song. A vinyl muted trumpet echoes the first line of the chorus softly. Slow blues piano enters with gentle grace. Warm upright bass walks subtly. Light brush drums tap steady. Hammond organ flows underneath. Optional soft muted horn echoes final note. The way you smiled across that floor, like you had danced this dream before. Your hand found mine, my breath stood still. A spark of fire
when you were mine. I still wear the perfume you adored, still keep your notes in my old drawer. But silence holds the loudest line. A love once real, now lost in time. When you were mine, my voice could sing of everything your love would bring. But now I hunt through tears and wine, still chasing shadows down the line. No heart is broken quite like mine since the night when you were mine. You wore a smile like Sunday light. Your hand was warm, your grip was right. We danced beneath that amber glow, where hearts would speak what lips won't show. A vinyl tune, a whispered name, a spark that burned but left no flame. You kissed my cheek, I felt the sky, and never knew you'd say goodbye. First love never says it's done. It fades like dusk, not like the sun. It lingers deep in lullabies and smoky played a tender tune. Our hearts aligned beneath the moon. You whispered dreams you used to hide, and I believed you'd never lie. We danced till time was all but gone, then silence spoke before the dawn. Before the dawn, you were mine, a fleeting kiss, a sacred sign. But morning breaks what night forgives, and leaves behind the love that lives. Though years have passed and you've moved on, my heart still aches before the dawn. I still wear the song we shared, like a perfume in the midnight air. Your voice returns in chords I play, but never dares enough to stay. Before the dawn, I close my eyes and feel you near beneath the skies. No other love could shine that bright as what we held that summer night. And though you're gone, I still hold on to what we were before the dawn. Before the dawn, I close my eyes and feel you near beneath the skies. No other love could shine that bright as what we held that summer night. And though you're gone, I still hold on to what we were before the dawn. Before the dawn. Before the dawn. Before the dawn, you were mine, a fleeting kiss, a sacred sign. But morning breaks what night forgives, and leaves behind the love that lives. Though years have passed and you've moved on, but my heart still aches before the dawn. To what we were before the dawn. The jukebox hummed our favorite song. You held me close where hearts belong. The lights were low, your smile was wide. I swore I'd stay right by your side. You whispered dreams in smoky bars. We danced beneath a sky of stars. But even stars can lose their glow. I never thought you'd let me go. Now all I hear are whispers in the smoke. Your laughter fading like a fragile note. Our love was fire in the pouring rain, sweet as sugar, sharp as pain. You were the song I couldn't revoke, just whispers in the smoke. I still wear that was fire in the pouring rain, sweet as sugar, sharp as pain. You were the song I couldn't revoke, just whisper